Hello, so I'm going to do a quick makeup look for today. I am going to an interview. I'm so nervous, but I am just trying to be positive and just realize that I've done a lot to prepare me for this moment. Okay, I'm gonna use this makeshift to split my hair a little bit better. But yeah, I'm just trying to be positive and grateful for what I have. Currently what I have on my lips is a mix of the Ulta Beauty Collection Lip Jelly Mask and the Dibs. Okay, I work at Ulta part-time and they do this thing called green dotting. And so, I don't know, it's something ice. But this is the Jam or something Jam lipstick melt from Dibs Beauty. And it's like a clear blue shade. They gave this to us in gratis, so I have that. I want to go ahead and keep it simple today, so I'm going to start off with a moisturizer. This is a really great moisturizer by Origins, the Youthopia Peptide Plumping Apple Cream. I'm almost out, and I just really like how it feels on the face, and it smells pretty good too. It smells very calming and nice, and I just rub that in. Do a little bit more. I just rub that in. I have just, as I'm looking for full-time employment, I've just been trying to be more positive and to be more hopeful and do what I can during this time. Because I think it's already, hard enough. I don't need to add to the difficulty. I feel like I have a lot to be grateful for. I need a little bit more, okay? I need a little bit more moisture. So I'm gonna add the Beam Light Strobe Cream and Champagne. I just feel like when I use this, my skin looks glowy. And this is by Revolution Glow. When I use this, my skin looks glowy and nice. So I'm gonna use it. And it smells really good. That actually wasn't enough. I've been feeling like I have a lot of surface area on my face lately. But like, there's a lot to cover here. Then I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, the anti-aging one. That just looks like this. And I'm just going to put some of that on. And this is going to help keep eyeshadows and things like that from creasing. I don't think I'm gonna put on that much eyeshadow today because I'm gonna keep it simple. But just so what I do put on there goes on well. So now, before I actually do my foundation, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio Brow Styling Gel in soft brown. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like that. And it has this spoolie. feel like L'Oreal brow products have, I mean L'Oreal, Maybelline, excuse me, Maybelline brow products have been pretty good for me lately. I really like how good this goes on. I don't know why I thought this was L'Oreal. I think it's because, I mean, I like L'Oreal. They came out with the setting spray in the red can that's been pretty good and competing with a lot of top setting sprays. And I really like L'Oreal lip products as well. Their lipsticks are really great and rich, and their shade ranges, specifically their nudes and like pinky nudes, like neutrals in general, they do really well. So I thought this was L'Oreal, but no, it's Maybelline. Maybelline has pretty good lip products too. They come out with new things every once in a while. Actually, pretty often. I don't think I've tried as much Maybelline brow products. I think I've heard of their Define a Brow or something like that. Or the Master Precise. That could be for eyeliner too. But it's like a really thin eyebrow pencil that would rival like the ABH or the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil. Okay, so I have some color on my brows and I have some definition now. Definition. I feel like the tail is always like a spot I need to give a little more TLC to. It's the last touches. Okay, so that is that. Going to just check my skin, see if the products are playing well together, and it looks to be okay. So now I'm just going to use, what foundation do I want to use? I'm going to use the BB cream. This is Well Loved. I'm gonna be sad when this is out. This is Herborian Korean Skin Therapy Paris Seoul. How do you say that? Seoul. BB cream al ginseng Korean formula. This is a 5-in-1 baby skin effect. I'm using this because I want more of a natural look, and I can't remember her name right now, but she does, I think actually it's Emily Durham or something like that. She does career videos on here, and she was talking about makeup, and she was talking about how you have to wear the right amount of makeup or it can be counted against you. I'm gonna put this under my eyes as well, just because that's what I like to do. You can just use the foundation as primer, but I kind of put a lot of foundation on. I didn't want to go back and need more, so I just kind of put a lot. Sometimes less is more. I am using the sponge, which the sponge is soaking up some of the product, which is not as good, but I like the coverage. I wanted the look of the sponge. It's a more of a natural look, I feel like, than with a brush. So I chose a sponge. And for more cream formulas, I feel like a sponge is better. You see how that evened out my skin tone? But what I was saying was Emily Durham, I think that's her name. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong. She posts career advice videos, and she was talking about how you can't wear too much makeup, but it helps to wear makeup. So as a woman, I feel like it can be hard because you have to find the fine line of showing up, being presentable. You know, makeup costs, like getting ready costs, and that's something that's added on. So you have to be presentable but not be too over the top, you know. Maybe not show up with a red lip, a full-on red lip, or a purple lip, or a purple eyeshadow, which sometimes it's hard. It depends what industry you're in, whether you can do those things. Sometimes I wonder, you know, what would it be like to be, I mean, at Ulta, working there, they're pretty open. They allow you to wear what you want. They allow you to express yourself when it comes to makeup. I think that's really, really cool. The only problem is that I am part-time, and so it's not enough hours that I need. I'm just dusting off my brush, and I'm actually going to use the Tarte Smooth Operator. Okay. Amazonian Clay Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder for a little bit of a lighter coverage. It looks like that. But yeah, you have to balance all these things and these biases in general to survive in the corporate world. And it's not always easy. I think I'm just gonna use, I don't know, I don't want to use that much eyeshadow because of her video. She said, you know, don't overdo it. So I think that I might just use bronzer in my crease. Use bronzer on my face and a little bit less blush, because lately I've been, especially when it comes to working at Ulta, I've been wearing a lot more blush. So just tone down the blush and tone up the bronzer, because bronzer I think is a little bit more muted, and it's just adds more structure to your face. Oh, there are my brows. I'm just touching it up. Ooh, ooh. Okay, cute. All right. So should I move on to bronzer now? Yeah, why not? Let's do bronzer. So I recently got a darker bronzer. We're not gonna do that today because I just don't need to do that. I really like this CoverGirl True Blend line. I have the blush, the CoverGirl True Blend So Flush High Pigment Blush in Hot Frenzy. Really, really pretty. It looks like, I can't remember. Let me see. No. It's basically a bright Exhibit A. It looks like Exhibit A blush by NARS. I'm having a hard time opening it, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. So one con is the packaging is hard to open. But other than that, the indentation is pretty good because I've used this a ton and you can still see the imprint of the CoverGirl. But it's really good. A little bit goes a long way. So I wanted to try a darker bronzer for when I want a little bit more of an intense look, or just a little bit more of a bronzy look. So I won't be using this in this video. It looks like it has a little bit of sheen to it, which I wasn't expecting. I thought it was matte, but this look. But what I'm actually, this is in ebony. I'm actually going to be using the Milani one. That's the difference. This one's a little bit more warm and this one's a little bit more cool. So maybe I kind of needed a cooler one. This one was on sale. So those are those two side by side. So I'm gonna use this one. It's pretty close to my skin tone, so I mean, one positive thing about that is I can't mess it up as easy and I can pile it on. But when it comes to actually wanting a bronze look, it's not going to give me that as let me see. So you see, it's like very natural, but it's still there. It's not going to overpower quickly. Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't want to use the other one. It might be too much. Maybe in the summer that'll be more of a shade that I use. But it's a lot warmer, so maybe actually I might use it today as like a bronzer blush actually, because it's a lot warmer than I thought. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with a more natural look. So I'm just bronzing up my nose. This is the Milani Silky Matte and Suntan. And I really like how creamy this is for a powder. There is some kick up, so that's something to keep in mind. And this brush is the Suva Beauty 180. The powder brush I used before was the AOA Studio F12. And then this is just the Real Techniques blender sponge, which I need to eventually get a new one of those too. And what I'm going to do is just actually pinch my brush and put that bronzer in my crease. That's one of the best tricks and one of my favorite tricks for bronzer in a pinch and eyeshadow in a pinch in general. I just feel like it opens up your eyes or adds depth to your eyes really quickly using something you already have. Let's say you don't have eyeshadow, you just have a bronzer. I'm also putting that under my eyes a little bit, just a little bit. And then just opening it and doing that. And then I'm going in the 3 motion. Pretty much like this. And already I feel like I look like I went to the beach or something. Some more bronze and tan. So huge difference that makes. And it's fun, you know, you just feel a little bit more relaxed. I feel like this is helping me relax a little bit, decompress. Okay. So I'm gonna just apply the blush that I'm going to use is the MAC Copper Tone blush. And the reason why I like this shade is because it's really natural. I'm going to use this AOA F14 sort of angle type brush. I'm just putting a little bit. Okay, I'm getting a little closer. A little bit on my nose. And a little bit on my eyes using the pointed part. This is just going to help give a more monochromatic look. So with this blush, I feel like you can't go wrong, especially if you're my skin tone. It's just very natural and like gives like this sunburnt look in the best way. And I feel like for winter, this is really nice. It's just really nice and defining. So far, so good. I look more awake. I look more alive. Now I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to use the Laura Geller Beauty Ballerina highlighter. It is a beautiful pink toned highlighter. I do not like their packaging. This broke already. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might need to depot this, but then I don't want it to get messed up because it's baked. So I don't know how well this will depot. I feel like it won't depot well. So I actually need to leave it like that. But yeah, their packaging, I wish they would update it because it would make their products a lot better. But anyways, I like the product inside. It's what's inside that counts. And I'm just gonna put it actually all over my lids as like eyeshadow. This is like my go-to quick look, okay? Just not even using eyeshadow. I thought about using eyeshadow, but maybe on another video sometime on my channel. And I'm just going under the brow bone, the lid, and the inner corner. And I'm taking a fluffy brush and going in my nose area. And then I'm taking the blush brush and blending that out a little bit. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more blush too. To sort of meld the blush and highlighter together. Cupid's bow, nose, if you want, chin, just a little. Yeah.
Why are you looking like that?
Because I heard you knock. I'm recording a video, but
Oh,
yeah.
You have the interview coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to say good luck, and we can go to the gym tomorrow.
Okay.
Like around what time?
I have an appointment tomorrow, so at like 3:30, so maybe like after that. Is that fine or is that too late? It might be rush hour if we go at like 5.
It's right there. Alright, so like 5 tomorrow?
Yeah, or like 5:30, depending on when I get back.
Alright.
Okay, sounds good.
Good.
Thank you. And then I'm taking the NYX the brow glue. Oh, this is not NYX actually. This is like a NYX dupe. It's Fa Fa Moon for professional makeup. It's very liquidy, which I don't know how I feel about that, but it's gonna take off some of the powderiness. I like that for that, taking off and just blending what we've done so far. But this I probably will not repurchase. I'm still on the lookout for a good clear eyebrow gel. I got this from Amazon and I think it came with 2, so I probably won't be getting it for a long time. Actually, okay, I think it's okay. It's not, it's like, I don't know if you could tell, it's like really liquidy inside the packaging. So it's not my favorite, but it gets the job done. And let's see, I'm trying to decide if I should really keep it simple or go for a lip. I kind of want to try these new, I got these NYX Smushy Kit, NYX Smushy Kit in professional makeup. They're these matte lip balms, and I think that that'll be good for the interview because it won't move around and it's matte. And for the holiday it looks like this. I kind of want to do a video on it. Let me know if you want to see something like that. But they look like this. And let's see. There's 3 shades in here. Snuggle Season. I think I'm gonna use that one because it's the lightest one. Oh, okay, so it's like a little ball thing and then this. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish taking off what's on my lips. Let's see how that looks. My lips are actually kind of dry, so actually I don't think my lips can handle this right now. I think I need something moisturizing. So actually I'm gonna wait. I need to figure out, do a lip scrub. My lips have been so dried lately, no matter what I do, and it's been so annoying. Yeah, I feel like if I use this matte balm, it's just gonna highlight all of my imperfections. So actually I'm gonna save this and use a different kit that I got. Let me know again if you want to see a video on that, on my skin tone. They do still have some for sale at Ulta. Oh, something just almost fell. So I'm gonna use this fat oil kit. That's an interesting name. And I'm gonna use the Slick Click. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna use the pink one. I feel like is gonna look the most flattering on me, or the nude one. Let's go with nude because I'm trying to be professional. So let me open this up. So it looks like this. You get so many different products to try, and shades. I'm going for the nude ones of the fat oil. So I'm going to do this shade right here, the lip oil, and that's weird, it doesn't say the name on the actual, it doesn't say the name. Well, it's this shade, neutral, can't go wrong with that. I don't know if I want to mix these two. I guess we'll see, because this one's a little too light, I think, and this one's a little too dark. But let me just try and see. It looks like this. Oh, I love the applicator. It's like a thick applicator. Oh, that feels really good on the lips. Okay, this is what I needed. This is more of like a lip gloss though. I don't know why they call it lip drip oil. Okay, actually this color is perfect. And I'm gonna stick to this. It smells really good. It smells like cinnamon or something. Or like cake. Like cinnamon buns. This is really pretty. I think this is interview appropriate. Okay, this is really nice. I wanted the matte lip because I thought it might last longer and because it won't move around as much. But I feel like overall, this feels good and it'll be okay. And I like how it looks. So, yeah, this is more nude. I like the pinky one. I wish I could tell you what shade it is, but it's not on there. It might be Live in the Cream or Sprinkle Sprinkle or Miss Call or Follow Back. It doesn't say it. So that's annoying. I don't know if it's supposed to have a sticker on the bottom, but it does not. So I don't know, I might have to, if I do a video on it, investigate it, which is annoying. Like, it should just say it on there. But, because how would someone know? Let me see, is this the other one? The Slick Click. This one says the color on it. It's like printed on there. That's major. For some reason, the other ones don't say it. Okay, the last thing I am going to do is put on some mascara and some liner. I don't really like top liner that much, but I do like to line my waterline. So I'm going to use this, let me make sure. Yeah, okay, so this is gonna work. This is the Kat Von D Immortal Love liner, and I'm just gonna use that. It's a really pretty brown shade on my lower lash line. Okay, so that, whoa, I feel like that took it to another level. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Bam, look at that. Look at, you cannot tell me that this mascara does not do its job. Oh, got some. Lower lash line. Let me lower lashes and top lashes. And I just sort of blink into it. Blink, 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 blink. I could put more, but okay, let's put a little bit more. I was supposed to put my setting spray before this, but I forgot, so hopefully it'll be okay with the mascara. And also, I like never curl my lashes. Should I do that? Do you think it'll make a difference? Oh, before I start, look at the difference. Better Than Sex, blank. Better Than Sex, blank. And this is by Too Faced. I don't remember if I said that. I've been using this one a lot lately. So you can see it in action, how it's coating every lash. And it does take a few minutes to sort of work it through. Boom, boom, boom. If you don't use sound effects, did you really put on mascara? Okay. Okay. I feel like mascara is something you can like nitpick at. Okay, and I accidentally got some on my lids. So what I'm going to do is take a little brush and brush it away and go back into the highlighter from earlier and pack that on the lid. And fix that a little bit, fix that area of mascara. I think I said mascara like 50 times. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I definitely feel a lot more confident now. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Party All Night, Stay All Day Airbrush by Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm just going to just drop something. Okay. Do this. And put that on. It smells really, really good. I want a little bit more. Ah, that smells so good. Okay, so that is pretty much the end of this look. I just dropped something. I don't know if this had, I was like trying to remember if this had another top or if it was just this one. I think it's just that one. So I'm gonna let that dry. My hair, I'm probably gonna end up putting it back, but so you can get a feel for the look. That is the look. It's very neutral, and I didn't use any eyeshadows. I just used what I used on my face, bronzer and highlighter. It looks very natural. Lip gloss done, and this is, I think, a professional look that you can wear and it'll be okay. And I'm going to use this for an interview. I hope it goes okay, and or I hope it goes well, good, all the things. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.